yelling for help because they're injured. Phase 2 is a follow-up search, and it's more in detail. Sometimes it's very difficult to identify a property. There's no more property lines in some areas. Sometimes no buildings or homes. So we're going back for that phase 2 to really identify a property, possibly who the owner is, and if there were people in need, and the accountability side of that. And then phase 3 is very, very detailed, which is a complete evaluation about structures. If there's a structure still standing, has it been compromised? Using the cadaver dogs to go in to sniff out possibly if there's anyone there or deceased. It's going to be time, folks, and I need patience, and I need residents to understand, which they have. While their lives have been washed away in some circumstances, we are all in this together. As the sheriff of this county, I'm committed to that. My team and family members are committed at every level. I have to praise Governor DeSantis and his team. Governor DeSantis has been amazing. He has constantly phoned me. What do we need, Sheriff? What are the updates? They give us everything that we need at every level to do our job. I want to talk about Sanibel, Captiva, and the Barrier Islands. Sanibel is accessible by boat, but it's restricted access to approved contractors and residents. Multiple barges are being utilized to transport goods, water, machinery, and equipment to the island. And we're working as we speak for a temporary ferry service to assist the residents. We know people want to get back. They want to see their homes. They want to see if they have a home. They want to grab a photo album. Things that cannot be replaced by insurance or money. We want to make sure we give people, when it's safe, the first second it's safe, the chance to do that. Department of Transportation and the Army Corps of Engineers are assessing the Sanibel Causeway as we speak. Once again, I can't thank our great governor, Ron DeSantis, who has been committed to getting us a new bridge completed ASAP. We have over 100 National Guardsmen deployed over Sanibel and Captiva. Now we look to Pine Island, equally hit as hard. And as of yesterday, with the governor's assistance, the Department of Transportation is working on a temporary bridge. They're delivering tons of gravel as we speak, starting yesterday, and possibly can have a temporary bridge in place by as of this Saturday. That's huge, folks, huge. You're talking about immediate assistance and decision making to get that done. We have over 60 military troops deployed to already supplement a huge law enforcement contingency from all over the state of Florida. Countywide, DOT, Department of Transportation, we have about 45% of the traffic signals fixed and operational. Folks, we experienced a catastrophic hit five days ago, and we're 45% fixed and operational regarding traffic lights and security. That's all hands on deck, and I applaud them for their effort. Incredible work. Florida Power and Lighting. I just spoke to their CEO, Eric Segali, and I've been in constant communication with him. We're about 70% fixed with FPL. Again, huge, huge numbers as of 8 o'clock this morning. I know LCEC is out here in full force, and I can't thank them enough because we had to treat our intersections like four-way stop signs, and the traffic backed up, which hurt our emergency responses. Now, every single minute, every hour, every day, things are flowing much better. And I want to cover something it sickens me, but I want to make a message, and I want to make a clear message as far as looting. We have law and order in Lee County. We have law and order in our great state of Florida, and we always will. Right now, we have 4 cases of looting, and I'm proud to say they're behind bars where they belong. Our residents are going to be safe. My message has been crystal clear. Don't make the fatal error of entering a person's home. You may walk in, very poor choice, but you may walk in, you're going to be carried out. I'm not playing, we're not playing, we have law and order, and the great residents will be safe and secure. We've had arrests, okay, on these incidents. When we look at Bonita Beach, Old Hickory Road, we had Donaldson Duck and Alejandro Duck that decided to enter a home and remove items. They were captured and charged with burglary and grand theft. I spoke to our great state attorney, Amira Fox, and our attorney general, Ashley Moody. We're going to make certain not only they charged, okay, but to the fullest extent of the law and follow through with that. We have another grand theft. Victor Pena Canales decided to enter Bonita Bay, where he doesn't live, and carried out a lot of valuables and jewelry. And while we couldn't locate the exact person, that person was charged with loitering and prowling. All three of these subjects are here illegally in this country. Robert Mena, Brandon Arara, Stephen Arara, okay, all arrested for steering bottles on Fort Myers Beach during the hurricane. They were located and arrested. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not tolerating it. Again, this is a hard hit. The residents of this great county and this great state, we will work as a team with you as one big family and make certain you're safe. We have offices all over, people that are deployed all over, resources deployed from the air, from the sea, and on boots on the ground. We're monitoring this county 24/7 in every way. I want to also take a moment. Sheriff Grady Judd is in my heart, and his family members in our prayers. Unfortunately, they had a deputy that was killed in a line of duty. Grady Judd, our thoughts and prayers are with you, and I will also tell you that those family members from Polk County are not only grieving the loss of their deputy, which was tragic, but they're here working in Lee County while they have lost one of their family members. In closing, I want to close out and tell you this with certainty. We have short and long-term goals, and every day we'll keep getting better and better, and I'm committed to that with the key decision makers from all over the state and our great governor, Ron DeSantis. We will be stronger than ever. United we stand. God bless our residents everywhere that have been affected by this horrific storm. And most importantly, God bless America. And I'll take questions. So how many people are missing? Well, right now, okay, we're doing that real tight-knit third search. And those numbers could go up. I pray to God again that they don't. But until we go through the rubble, until we see exactly what we have, we're not certain who's missing and what those numbers will be. But we're going to deliver them again as soon as possible, transparently. I just want it properly vetted and want to deliver truthful and proper information. Yes, sir. So for those that have lost loved ones and they haven't been in contact with them, first and foremost, I pray for their safety. My heart is with them. I want to help them. We all want to help them the best we can, and we pray that they're okay. If you need welfare checks done, we have a lot of them coming in. Again, we have a difficult time identifying property at times because the property is no longer there. It's not existent. And that's what takes time. We got to do things proper. When we have a home that's standing and we can walk up to it and we can search it, it's a lot easier than something that's unidentifiable or doesn't exist. So those, reach out to us, okay? You can send us an email, whatever you need to do, get us the information, and the second we're able to, these strike teams will follow up and do the best that we can to identify your loved one that hopefully is safe. And my hearts are with you. Yes, sir. So I had heard the president's coming. President Biden has not spoken to me. I had heard he spoke to a county commissioner. I haven't heard from them, but I will tell you, I'm thankful for any and all help that we can get. You know, it's all hands on deck here, folks. It doesn't matter about anything other than let's be great humans and let's work hard together. And my message to the residents, okay? Let's get out there, help your neighbors. Clean a neighbor's yard, deliver them water, help them. Let's everybody help each other because we're in this together. And the quicker everyone does that, the better we will be, and we will be stronger than ever.
Is there any plan for those? We've had a couple people say that they are still in a situation where they do not have transportation to get elsewhere. They're at a home that was ravaged. Has there been any kind of transportation programs for those people?
Specifically at what location?
Just down here on
Okay, Fort Myers Beach. So the plan for, obviously, people that have not had a chance to get off Fort Myers Beach, we do have all sorts of vehicles that are taking them off and transporting them. It's a matter of accessing the people that need that, but we are in place, and those strike teams are taking people on and off the beach. You know, again, I wish I could press a button and do it all right now. It just takes time, and right now we're getting to the point where we're seeing real results every day, and we're getting better and better every day.
Sir, can you talk about what residents are receiving from FEMA so far, and what do you see as the possible role of the federal government?
So what residents are receiving from FEMA and the federal government. FEMA's at our Emergency Operations Center. They've been there since, you know, during the storm and after. They're still there, and they're working directly with us at the EOC. At the sheriff level, I'm worried about life, safety, welfare, and I know that we're getting what we need from FEMA at the EOC, and when I'm briefed, I'm briefed. Next question. What do I expect as far as casualties? First and foremost, again, I want to reiterate, I wish there wasn't one casualty, okay? But the reality is we're at 55. That number can go up, and I pray it doesn't. As we start to really tighten our searches up, again, identifying under debris, we have rooftops and homes that are just blown away. So I can't assume or just guess at what that might be. I can only pray that there are no more casualties. Again, my thoughts and prayers are with the family members, but know every single day, the second we can deliver information, I want to keep information coming to the residents, and most importantly, we are making tremendous progress, folks. We got hit, I say it's a Category 5, it was 2 miles an hour under a Category 5, moving at 9 miles an hour. It was very slow moving and just repeatedly crushing us. And I'm proud to say that in 5 days, give or take, we are coming back on our feet. And I'm confident, both short and long term, with our great governor's help, with everyone you see standing here, and all the decision makers in Florida with the greatest residents, that we're going to be better than ever. Sir? Right now we don't. We've had 4 incidents which resulted in arrests. It saddens me. It sickens me that I'm going to say that people are looting at a time like this. But again, I wanted to get the message out clear. I mean, we're a law and order state. At every level, our attorney, Ashley General, does an amazing job. Our state attorney, Amira Fox. Our governor has made it clear. We stand with our residents for law and order. And you go in someone's house and you make that fatal error, you might walk in, okay, you'll be carried out. Yes. I don't know the details. I left a message for Sheriff Grady Judd. There are other sheriffs here that have spoken to him. My heart is broke. I know it was a very young man, pretty much new to the game, new to the sheriff's office, and there's no words that can describe, and let alone not only the loss of life, but now his fellow brothers and sisters and us, our family members, are all out here worrying about this, and it really is a sad, sad day. Thoughts and prayers. So I still think we're in between 2 and 3. Approximately, maybe if we get lucky, we're working so hard around the clock. We're probably still another 3 to 4 days left in search and rescue and recovery. So that's a rough time frame that could go in either direction. I hope that we can get through it really quick, because then moving on, what does that look like? This is a new norm. Okay, the new norm is going to be what we see, and every day just trying to get better and better with the basic essentials. Power, 70% up, that's tremendous. Water, all the different things that we want. And also, you know, these are not numbers. This is family members. People didn't just lose their homes. We can rebuild a home. We can get another boat. But when you lose a loved one, there's just no words that can describe how we feel for that family. So we hope and pray those numbers stay as low as possible, and we're going to do everything to help those families through. And I want to see this through and then look at the next phase, which is much more positive on where do we go from here, which the talks are already happening. Where do we go from here? It's not just the recovery. Now, let's build, let's grow, and let's do great things.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Live look into Sheriff Carmine Marceno's news conference on Fort Myers Beach. A couple of things that stick out. He kind of gave a grim description of the work his deputies are doing right now in their search, and it sounds like recovery efforts. He basically described that their searches are divided into 3 different phases. The initial one is to call out and look for survivors, and then there are more detailed searches after that. He says they're on their the third tier of that, which is a more in-depth going into buildings and looking into what's left of buildings to try to find people, probably talking about recovery at this point, unfortunately. He says his deputies have another 3 to 4 days of that work to go. He described the conditions on Fort Myers Beach, and again, it was grim conditions. In some cases, there are parts of buildings left, but in many cases, there are not. So it's a matter of going through debris at this point. He did mention that 55 people have died because of the storm in Lee County.
Yeah, and you know, the other thing he asked for from us and from people watching from home is for patience, because this is not easy work. We heard even from the power company, they can't put Fort Myers Beach specifically back on the grid because it's dangerous to do so right now. The sheriff said they need patience so that they can continue to search and rescue. It's going to take a couple more days, he said, maybe through another week. And we know, I can't even imagine, honestly, for people who can't get a hold of loved ones on Fort Myers Beach, wondering and waiting if this person is okay. He said they are getting a lot of calls for welfare checks. You can get in contact with them and they will make an effort to go to the address. He said in some cases the biggest challenge is someone wants to know how a person at whatever address is doing, and they get there and the house is gone.